Hey guys, what's up? Jwhisp here, and welcome to episode 2 of Minecraft Skyblock Survival. So here we are back in the world. I got a really good reaction on episode 1, so I'm deciding to do more and make this a series. In the last episode here, I showed you guys how to get started on Skyblock. We made our cobblestone generator, we made some really tiny farms, and I've done a tiny bit of work off camera on the island while you guys were gone. I got myself some more fresh tools. I did a little bit more cobblestone mining. I did a little bit more tree farming, and I have a decent amount of wood and also a decent amount of saplings. Also, the pumpkin and melons grew a few times. Okay. Duh. And I have myself some melon slices. But in today, I have some more tutorials for you guys. But before we get into that, I just want to say really quick, thank you guys who tuned into the live stream yesterday. I did the 100k subscriber face cam Q&A face reveal type video, and I had a really good reaction. A lot of people asked me some really good questions, and it was a really fun time. So if you didn't get to check it out, the live stream I'll keep on my channel in case you want to check it out. But besides that, let's get into today's episode. So early on in Skyblock, there's two things you want to accomplish pretty soon. You really want to get a hostile mob grinder and a passive mob spawner. But for both of those, we're gonna need a few things. We're gonna need some water, and I already have a little bit of water here, but we're gonna need an infinite water source, and we're also going to need a lot more dirt, specifically grass, but obviously the grass will spread and we'll get the dirt later on. So to do that, we're gonna need some things. So we have all these islands around here. I know a lot of you guys are playing along this map with me, so this is gonna be more of a tutorial episode. So the first thing we have to do is get an infinite water source. So we have our first bucket of water here, but our next bucket of water is actually over there in the swamp biome. So we're gonna head over there. Let's grab some cobblestone for some slabs. I'm gonna leave most of the stuff in the chest, honestly. I'll bring the sword with me just in case. But we're gonna build a path over there to get some water, and also we'll get some trees, we'll get some grass, which will be nice. Well, we'll get some dirt, but it'll be nice for the passive mob spawner because we're gonna need a lot for that. Let's build it up here just so we're on the light level. I don't like going a slab down and then everything's dark. But this little bridge we're building is gonna actually serve two purposes. Not only is it gonna get us over there so we can actually collect resources. Speaking of that, we need to grab the water bucket. But also this little, what the heck? This little tunnel, hopefully this tree doesn't burn down. This tunnel, or not tunnel, this bridge will act as an actual hostile mob spawner. Now this won't be an automatic grinder, this won't automatically kill them, but skeletons, zombies, and spiders, endermen, all of those great things, they'll still spawn on this platform. So I recommend making these platforms and actually not lighting them up. I would light them up maybe at the very end near your island just to make sure no hostile mobs get too close to your island in case you don't want them right on your island. But I would still leave this bridge unlit just to let some things spawn. Now in the future here in a different episode, we will make an automatic hostile mob grinder. Not fully auto, we'll still need to do a little bit of work ourselves. Like actually killing the mobs, but it'll make them spawn in this big box, and then water will push them down this big tube, and then as long as we give them one hit with our sword, it'll take them down. So I'll do that next, and then we'll also have the passive mob spawn, which pretty much involves a downward staircase of dirt from one grass source block, so the grass spreads. You go down to a pretty low Y level, and then you pretty much just make a really large platform. But you can't just make a square platform. It's not the most efficient. There's different designs. But when we get there, I will show you how to do that. Okay, so we made it to the island, and I want to say something really fast while we're here. So when you first get to this island, do not, I repeat, do not just go and break this tree, because we're going to want as many resources as we can get in Skyblock since we have such a limited amount, and one limited resource we have here is vines. Now, if you're just starting out in Skyblock like me, you won't have any iron yet, but we still need this water to make our farm. But to get the vines, you're going to need to go through a very long process of first making a mob grinder, getting a zombie villager, curing the zombie villager to get a villager, and then you need to get 2 villagers, and then with them you need to breed more villagers, ultimately making an iron golem farm using the iron shears to get vines. So it's going to be a very long process before we can get vines, so I'd recommend leaving this here. If you're really desperate for the wood, simply just break all the wood except the top block so the leaves don't start to decay. But seriously, be careful. Do not waste your chances of getting vines. Be careful. I'm simply taking 1 bucket of water Lily pads, I don't know, don't really matter. I'm not a huge fan of them. I don't really, use them for much, but you can do what you want. But we got our bucket of water. Again, like I said, be very careful. There's a lot of biomes like that around here where we kind of need to do some prerequisite stuff before we can collect every resource on the island. Now, if you do mess up with those vines, thankfully we do have vines on the jungle tree, but if you mess up with that too, then you're out of vines, so be careful. Some other biomes where there's something like that is with the birch biome. I don't know what it's called. It's just the birch forest biome. There is a beehive, and so if you don't have the proper materials to collect that, you need to be very careful, because obviously this is 1.15 Minecraft. Bees are pretty cool. We want bees. We want to be able to enjoy bees, but if you kill all the bees, we're not going to be able to do that. So right here, I'm just going to make a little where should I do this? I'll make a little space for an infinite water source really quick. Let's do that. Grab that really fast, and boom, we have infinite water. So see, that's pretty easy. As long as you play your cards right, you'll be okay. But again, be careful again with the swamp, because that's your only other source of water, at least that I've found so far. I mean, I'm not an expert on this map or Skyblock, but I do know a decent amount, and I'm pretty sure that that is the only other source of water. Now, thankfully, if you saw over there, there were 3 source blocks of water, so if you mess up or die or lose one, you do have some other chances. But just play it safe, be careful, and do not screw up your water. So the next resource we're going to collect is snow, and that will be the spruce biome over there, the little taiga biome. So let's turn some cobblestone into slabs, pretty much all of them. Someone mentioned last episode, and I don't know why I didn't do this, that I should be extending my platform with slabs, not actually cobblestone blocks. I usually do that. I don't know why I was using cobblestone blocks. I think it was just a little bit of a mind fart, but it's definitely worth it to use slabs instead of blocks, just because, you use 3 blocks, it gets 6 slabs. It's definitely worth it. You save a lot more by using slabs. So never just use pure cobblestone. Always use slabs for building stuff. It's getting nighttime here, so I'm going to play it safe, but I think we'll be okay. Also, I did not cut this tree down. So I have a feeling that this tree just burned, because also it looks like this tree got burned a little bit. So, kind of dumb on my part for planning it there, but it's whatever. But anyways, we're going to go to the spruce biome now. Now, this biome is actually pretty interesting because it has a pumpkin. And I don't know why they would put a pumpkin on this map since, we already have pumpkin seeds. We already started with the pumpkin, but whatever, it doesn't really matter. But there's also snow on this island. So actually, let's grab a shovel really fast. And what we can do with this is we can use this snow to get snow blocks and eventually make a snow golem. And you can easily make an infinite snow farm simply by trapping a snow golem in a 1-block place, and then you just mine the snow from underneath him. But again, I don't know if we can carve the pumpkin because we don't have shears yet. But the pumpkin on the island might already be carved. Let's head over there and check it out. Okay, so we made it to this island. Now, with this tree, you can actually mine it right away. You're pretty safe, but I have to be very careful here because I did not bring my axe to break the tree. So I want to be really, really careful. I'm also trying my hardest not to fall right now. I want to play it safe. But there we go. We got our 2 blocks of snow. That's all we need. And then we just simply place the pumpkin on top. Now, with this island, you're pretty safe to break everything once you get here. You can break the dirt and use that for your farm, and you can break the tree. You should be safe. But before we do that, I'm going to head back just to get my axe. I could break the tree with my hand, but I don't know. It's fine. But the reason I'm also going back is because I wanted to show that. Again, I don't know where the creeper just went, but these bridges do double as mob spawning platforms. Really? Wait, am I seeing things? I'm pretty sure I just saw a creeper, but I think it's gone. Maybe I'm seeing, I don't know. I've been in quarantine too long. We all are. Maybe I'm going crazy. I don't know. Things, I'm not sure how they are where you live, but I live in Ohio in the United States. And, ooh, that voice crack was fun. But, it wasn't even a voice crack. My throat's just dry. It's hard to talk. But school just got canceled for sure until May 1st, which is almost my graduation date. I graduate in like mid-May, or at least I'm done with school. So, yeah, I'm definitely not going back to school this year, but I'm going to be stuck in my house at least another like a month and a half, and it just, man, it honestly kind of sucks. So we have to be careful. I just don't want the skeleton to shoot me. Oh, okay, skeleton's going fast. Okay, he fell off, that's okay. Want to be careful with the zombies here. And there we go, we got gravel, fake cave, construct a platform, boom. Now gravel actually has a few other different uses on Skyblock besides normal gravel uses in a normal world where you just use it for decoration. But we'll talk about that in a sec. That'll be for a different episode. But let's start breaking this here. We at least got to get one. There we go. Did we get one sapling? Yes. Okay, good. Spruce is probably going to be my main wood type I build with a lot, just because spruce is my favorite type of wood. So I definitely need that, at least one sapling. More would be better, but one is really all we need. Come on, let's see if we can get more. I would let the tree naturally decay because I think that allows for more saplings, but I just want to be sure this platform isn't super big, so I want to make sure I collect all the resources from it I can, especially this dirt, because we have such a limited amount, but we're going to definitely need it for our mob spawning platform. So let's do this here. Be very careful. Okay. And then just to be extra safe, you know, we have a lot of cobblestone. I won't need more. I want to build this little platform around here to make sure I get as much of this dirt as possible. I don't want any of it falling into the void. I'm shifting. Oh god, this is scary. I'm accidentally going up on the dirt block. I don't want to fall. Okay, we got it. Let's get this last block and we should be good to go. So boom, there we go. And we got 28 dirt from that, which is definitely going to be useful for our mob spawning platform. This little episode is a little bit of an intermediate episode, I guess. Just a lot of resource gathering, a lot of getting things started. Because to really start a lot of big projects on Skyblock and do a lot of the really cool things, we need to kind of explore each island and grab some, you know, like I said, we need to do some prerequisite stuff. But in the coming episodes, don't worry, I will show you a lot more interesting things like mob spawning platforms, hostile mob spawners, not just platforms like this, but actual grinders that'll get us a lot of stuff. You know, obviously, we'll get a villager zombie that we can cure. We'll get great things like gunpowder from creepers, as you saw. Bow and arrows, bones from skeletons, from zombies, rotten flesh, which isn't really that great, but we'll also get potatoes, which is not only good for breeding some animals, but we can also use it as a food source. So let's put this in here really fast, get our sugarcane in there. I want to start stocking up on sugarcane, so once we get cows, we can finally get all that good stuff. Let's break this tree down really fast, and then in this tree's place, hopefully I can plant this spruce tree and we can get some sort of house coming pretty soon, because I want to do a lot of tree farming, and eventually we can hopefully make a pretty good starter house out of spruce, oak, and all that good stuff. I'll probably just make a small little platform out of cobblestone, something like that. I don't know. I think it'll turn out pretty cool. And then I can use any leftover log or wood pieces to smelt some cobblestone into stone and then make stone brick. And stone brick, spruce, and oak all together should make a pretty good looking house. So let's collect all this. Actually, I really don't need to be breaking these leaves. This platform is big enough. I think we're okay. But there we go. We got that. We got our pumpkin spawning again. Oh, no, I didn't. Oh, I didn't mean to break the seed. But we have more pumpkin seeds. It's fine now, I guess. But there we go. We're doing pretty good. We have 5 pumpkins. So, yeah, don't really need all that. But again, once we, you know, first acquire shears, we will be able to make this pumpkin thing. Oh, actually, we don't need that. I think we just need that. But yeah, let's grab that again. Grab the block. Bada bang, bada boom. Alright, so now we're getting on to some more interesting things. Now, I showed you how to get the water for the infinite water source. The gathering of the snow and that was just because I wanted the spruce tree so I can make a good house soon. But now I will show you guys how to get infinite dirt. And I know that sounds kind of weird, but what a lot of people don't know is this isn't just a vanilla world with cool little fancy maps around it. But this is actually this world. If you go to resource packs, it has this. This is actually a data pack. There's a data pack installed on this world that changes some of the Minecraft mechanics. So if we go in here and grab some things, we will need to create a few things really fast. So get yourself a few wooden planks and make yourself a few fences. And then after that, you want to make sure you have a few extra wooden planks because we need to make, I think that's how you make it. Is that not correct? Hold on. I might be wrong. We need to make a composter. Was I incorrect with the? Oh wait, what? I thought a composter used slabs or fences. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. I must be going crazy. But here, let's make a composter. I don't know what I was thinking about. I'm going crazy. But here we go. we have a composter, and this actually does something unique. Instead of just giving us bone meal, we can actually get dirt from a composter. So let's grab some of our little extra stuff here. I know people are going to start yelling at me for wasting some things. Can we use sugarcane? I'll use it. Sugarcane grows fast. It's okay. I'm using this just for educational purposes. We already have saplings planted, so I feel pretty secure with wasting a few of them. Let's do that. Pumpkin seeds. We have more than enough pumpkins. So let's break some really fast. How can I get pumpkin? Oh, there we go. Let's use some pumpkin seeds. And if we can fill it up all the way, I'm not sure if we can get there. Let's see. Oh, we're close. What else can I sacrifice? Is there anything else in here? Can you use rotten flesh? No, that's not a thing. Well, I guess we only need one pumpkin, so we can use the rest of our pumpkin seeds. It'll grow fast. I'll do more farming off camera, but if we can fill it up here, there we go. Okay, so finally, sorry I wasted so much stuff, but we got bone meal from it, so it's okay. As you saw, we got bone meal, but we also got one piece of dirt. So we can get infinite dirt using this method. Now, the best way to do this isn't to waste your seeds and plants and a bunch of random things like I did. There's actually a better way, which we will do. What you want to do is head to the jungle island. Obviously, gather the wood for a jungle tree, but at least you grab a few pieces. You don't even need to get the whole tree. At least grab a few pieces of jungle wood and then a few of the cocoa beans and plant it. And, you know, you don't really need cocoa beans. We're not going to be wasting it on cookies in this world, but we will be using that to put in the composter and eventually get infinite dirt, because we'll need a decent amount of dirt for this passive mob farm we're going to make in the next episode. Okay, so here we are. It's actually the next day. I made this whole platform. I did a bunch of mining, had to go through a new pickaxe, and then I was pretty low on food, so I killed myself and then came back on the island. So anyways, here we are, and let me just grab this flour really fast. Let's break some of this grass and get a few seeds, something like that. Let's be careful. We do want some grass eventually in the future. I can get it with shears or whatever, but there's grass on a lot of islands, so I'm not too concerned. I just want the seeds for wheat, but we finally got one seed. I didn't have any seeds before, so this is pretty much all I wanted. Again, though, if you accidentally broke your swamp tree or you want the vines, don't break this whole tree, but breaking a little bit of it isn't a big deal. But let's break some of these cocoa beans here. Let's see, we already got a decent amount of seeds. I don't know if we need much more. I'll grab those too. But there we go. And all you really need to do is just make a small little platform, you know, of jungle wood, and then just place the beans all around it. Wait till the beans reach full maturity, and then simply break them and start using them in your composter. Now, I'm going to do a lot of off-work camera before the next episode. I'll probably extend this platform a lot, make a little bit of an official tree farm, try to get some dirt, so we can make our passive mob farm, and eventually cut down some of these trees and make a good tree farm like I said. So anyways, let's just get started with a simple little jungle tree farm. I'll extend this platform a tiny bit around here just so we can move this a bit. But yeah, all I'm really going to do for this, I mean, you can follow the same design. I just do this. I do it 2 or 3 blocks high, and then I just spam the cocoa beans all around. And that's pretty much all you have to do. Again, once they reach full maturity, replant some more until you have a really good farm going. And then after you have a good farm, keep harvesting, putting them in the composter, and you're pretty much all set. But yeah, that's all for this episode. I hope you enjoyed. Again, I apologize. I was just explaining things a lot because I didn't want this episode to seem too boring. But in the next episode, we will have a lot of really exciting things happening. But anyways, if you're enjoying the series, leave a like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Anyways, this is Jwhisp, and I will see you guys in the next one.